my I would die for them category is like my 2 favorite characters of all time and this random goat. Hello everybody, it's Sara. Welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would do a video that I think is gonna be a lot of fun because today we are going to be tier ranking Shadow and Bone characters. So I have seen Katie from Katie Can't Read as well as Yasmin from Yasmin Be Reading do these videos, so I will definitely make sure to link them down below. Definitely go check them out. They are super great and they're definitely the inspiration for today's video. And yeah, it really inspired me to film this video because I think, like I said, that it's going to be a lot of fun. So without any further ado, let's begin. So I am using the tier maker that Yasmin made, and I will be sure to link that in the description box below if you want to go and check it out, maybe do it yourself. I just changed the tier's name a little bit because I wanted to, you know, add my own spin on it. So first let's start by explaining the tiers. They're all pretty much self-explanatory, but let's just go through them anyway. First one on top is I would die for them. So like I said, pretty self-explanatory. I love those characters so much. These characters are my favorite and I would die for them. I would also probably kill for them if we're being honest, but you know, we don't have to go that far today. Actually, probably yes we do. It's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Then the second tier is I adore them. The third tier is they're okay. And then we have meh and Volcra. Volcra is basically just me pushing them in the fold. They deserve to be eaten by Volcra. I hate them. You get the gist. Okay, now that we've been through this, I think the only thing that there is left to do is to start tier ranking. So let's go. The first character that we have here is Alina, and I personally really love Alina. I know that a lot of people don't necessarily think that she's a great main character. I think she is perfect. I really love her. I think she is so brave. She is so kind. She is also very funny, which I think that not a lot of people appreciate enough. So I am going to put her in I adore them because she's not like quite a god tier character, but I still really love her. I think she's amazing. Then the next character that we have is Baghra, and I'm also going to put Baghra in I adore them because I think she is such a badass, especially knowing what is coming for her in the series. If we do get more seasons, I cannot wait for everyone to see how cool Baghra is. She's such a bad bitch. There is no other way to explain it. She is so iconic and I love her so much. Then who the heck is that? Oh, it's the conductor. Oh, the conductor. Honestly, he can be eaten by Volcra. Is that too mean? No, he can be eaten by Volcra. This guy tried to kill Alina, okay? We don't like him in this house. We do not stand him. He was cool for a minute there, but he's not cool anymore. We don't like him. It's a no for me. Then we have the Darkling, and this might be controversial for all of you, but the Darkling can be fed to the Volcra like any day of the week. I do not care about him, except for the fact that he's played by Ben Barnes, who is honestly one of the prettiest men I've ever seen on this planet. It's not fair, it's not legal for him to be that beautiful. And I do have to say that there were certain moments in the show where I was definitely charmed by him because he's just such an amazing actor and really great, and he really has that good, beautiful villain charisma. But the Darkling, I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't care about his troubled past. I don't care. He's just evil. Then we have David. And David is not a character that stood out to me when I first read the book, but when I read King of Scars as well as Rule of Wolves, I really fell in love with him and I really started to appreciate him so much more. I really love him now, and I think that he's so precious in the show. I really love him so much. So I think I'm gonna put him in I adore them because I really like him. I think that he's just this very sweet soft boy and he deserves everything. Okay, so I changed my they're okay tier for a I like them tier because I realized that I really needed a middle ground for some of those characters. But moving along, we have this character. I don't remember his name. I'm really bad at remembering characters' name, especially if they're not named like often. He's Heartrender, he's meh. Is it Fyodor? Is that his name? Am I wrong? Probably. But yeah, I kind of like him, especially in the first episodes, but then these two last episodes really sealed the deal for me. I did not really enjoy him in those. Was it the two last episodes or just the last episode? Anyway, he did something. We all know what he did. We all don't appreciate it, so he goes into meh. Then we have Genya, whom I absolutely adore. I love Genya Staffen so much. She is such a queen. I really do stan her. I think she is an incredible character. I think she has so much depth, and she is just such a sweet person who is just really trying her best and trying to survive in a terrible situation. And I will not hear any Genya slander, okay? I will not hear one bad word about her. I love her. Then we have my one and only, my queen, my sancta, Inej Gaffa, who I would obviously die for. In case you're new here, or in case you have never heard me scream about Inej before, Inej is like my favorite character of all time. I absolutely adore her. I am writing a master's thesis about her. I know that I mentioned that in almost every single video. But just in case you're not aware, yes, I am screaming it on all of the rooftops. I am writing a thesis about Inej Gaffa. That's how much I love her. That's how much I love her. I think about her every single day of my life, and almost every single time that I think about her, I want to cry because of how much she means to me and how much I love her and how proud I am of everything that she does. Do I have a problem? Possibly. Do I really care? Not at all. But yes, I would 100% die for Inej Gaffa over and over again. I love her so much. I think she's a fantastic character. Basically, just give me more Inej Gaffa. I just need more. I will never have enough. I love her too much. And yeah, that's the life I've chosen. Actually, you know what? I didn't choose that life. I did not choose the Inej Gaffa #1 stan life. The #1 Inej Gaffa stan life chose me, and honestly I have no regrets. Then the next character that we have here is this guy, who I think is called Ivan, and he was also pretty meh. I did not really like him. I think he was kind of rude, especially to Alina, who did not deserve all of that venom. And I did kind of like the little thing that he had with the other Heartrender, who is also in the meh category. But yeah, other than that, I think he was a pretty boring and rude character. Then we have Jesper, whom I absolutely adore. Jesper is just one of my favorite characters into the entire Grishaverse. I really love him. I think he's so funny. I think he's just incredibly smooth, way too smooth for his own good. The fact that he is so chaotic just makes me smile and laugh every single time. He just really is an amazing character, and so that's why he belongs in this category. Then we have Casbreaker, and listen, I'm not normally the one girl who falls for a criminal, but Casbreaker would ask me to do something illegal. No matter what it was, I would do it in a heartbeat, and I would 100% die for him. I definitely would put my life on the line for this little unhinged criminal, okay? I love him so much. I just think that there is something about Casbreaker that I have never seen in any other character. He is just so unhinged and kind of insane, but I love him. He's just everything to me. And every single time he was in a scene with Inej and he would go into this like little bit softer version of himself, I could not handle it. I am such a Kanej stan. It's honestly, it's really something. I think about them like 24/7. I absolutely adore them. So to see them interact on a screen was just everything that I wanted in life. And yeah, I adore them. I would die for both of them. They're just they're everything to me. Then we have Mal, and I think that Mal is going to go into the I like them category. Mal is definitely a character that I did not really like when I read the books. I just, especially in Siege and Storm, honestly, I'm scared for season 2 of Shadow and Bone if we ever get it. Siege and Storm Mal was just not my favorite, so I don't know how I'm going to react. Maybe it will make it better to see him on screen, because honestly I love that we got to see so much more from his point of view in the show, and that really made me appreciate him more. He's still not like one of my favorite characters, but I do appreciate him. I like him. Then we have Matthias, and you have to understand something about Matthias. He is not supposed to be likable from the beginning, as obviously I feel like you've gathered that if you've watched the show. I don't know why I said you have to understand, as if it was like complicated to gather. He's not supposed to be great. You're not supposed to like him until he starts to change. And so I think that if we're talking about show Matthias, I'm gonna put him into I like him. Because I like Matthias as he grows as a character. Like when we see him in Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, that's when I start to like him. But at that point where he is in the show, I like him when he's with Nina and they've started to become closer and more friendly. But before that, he's pretty trash. Then we have Milo. Will I do it? Do I do it? Yes, I will do it. I would absolutely die for Milo. I love that my I would die for them category is like my 2 favorite characters of all time and this random goat. But honestly, what can I say? I just really love Milo. He's just so cute, and he definitely helped the crows during a crisis, so I owe him a lot, okay? He kept them alive. He kept the ship going. And he's also pretty cute. I mean, look at his little face. Then we have Nina, and I absolutely adore Nina. I think she is such an amazing character. She's so funny, she's so sassy, she is so smart and so cunning. I really love her in the show. I thought she was funny and charming and just everything that Nina stands for. And I also really love waffles, and I feel like we should go on a waffle date together. Then the next character that we have is Pekka Rollins, and he deserves to be fed to the Volcra. I do not like Pekka Rollins. I don't think that you're supposed to like him. I think he's like a compelling villain, and I really love the actor's accent. Like the guy who is playing him has such an interesting accent, and I don't know if he's faking it or if it's just his regular voice, but it was great. I really enjoyed that part of his character. I just don't like Pekka Rollins. He definitely deserves to be eaten by Volcras, or at least scratched a little bit, you know? Then we have this image, and it's like baby Mal and Alina, and I don't know why they're here, because Alina and Mal are already there, but I'm just gonna put them in I adore them because they're just so cute and so precious, so obviously that's where they belong. Then we have the Apparat, and I love that this picture doesn't actually show his face, which is very funny. He definitely deserves to be eaten by Volcra. I hate the Apparat. I think he's creepy. I think he's crusty. Especially knowing what he does in the later books, he definitely deserves to be eaten by Volcra. I don't like him. And then finally, the last character on this list is Zoya. And listen, if we're talking about book Zoya, she would probably end up into I adore them, or even I would die for them, because I absolutely love book Zoya and her character growth and her redemption arc. But show Zoya goes into meh. I really don't like what they've done with her character. Zoya deserves better. They really did my queen dirty, and I'm really sad about it. And I'm not blaming the actress, by the way. I'm definitely blaming like the showrunners. And also, I don't understand why they made her racist. I think that was so unnecessary. There were so many ways to show her rivalry with Alina in different ways, you know, like Lee Bardugo did in the books, for instance, and they decided to go there, and I did not enjoy it. Alright, so there you all have it. This was my tier ranking of the Shadow and Bone characters. I hope that you really enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments who is your favorite Shadow and Bone character, because I would really love to know and discuss with all of you. Let me know if you think that I'm wrong about some of these characters. Let me know all of your thoughts. But I hope that you really enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!